Hello YouTube, this is Wes with Trail Goat MTB, and I guess you're wondering what I have going on here. Today, in Hurricane Florence, we're going to be doing a comparison between fixed tools and their folding counterparts. Please like, follow, subscribe, whatever, and check out what I got going on. So we'll start from left to right. This is a standard, buy it at the, I think bought it at Tractor Supply for like $5-6. Spade. It's a short one, probably about 24 inches, close to it. It's a folding counterpart, very popular, widely used in military, is the military E-tool, and this is a legitimate US made multi-tool, the LHB 12. Now I don't have many hand saws, but I do have this one. It's been laying around in the garage. I think that's about an 18-inch blade, and of course we have a cheap folding Corona saw. I think it's also got like a 12-inch blade. We have a Gerber Prodigy made in the USA. And, you know, I know people talk crap about Gerber, but they do make some good products. This is the Gerber Fast cheap version. This is a little Chinese one, and it did have serration. It has serrations, and I will be reprofiling it on this red mark. But for this video, I went ahead and brought it out. Everybody knows the Fiskars XR7. Little axe. If you've seen my other video on the pack axe, we have a US made folding shovel, which reminds me, one-handed operation is kind of hard. Kind of reminds me of the military shovel a little bit. We have a Pathfinder DIY and an Opinel number 12 in stainless. Stay tuned. Okay, so comparing these two, about the same size in the blades. The military tool is more of a straight cut, and the garden tool has a rounded, more spade-like end. Might as well start with this one. Just do a nice little pull. Now I don't know if you can see it, but this plastic is cracking, and I've only used this a handful of times doing some metal detecting. So already having plastic on the tool is no good. It bit in pretty decent. This is very rooty ground, so I really didn't expect it to lift this, but since this tool's already failing, I'm not going to give it any more of a go. Now, one thing about the military E-tool is it has a sharpened edge right here, as well as a rake, which is, this is not a saw. This is for hoeing and raking. It's not a saw. Anybody that thinks that's a saw, it's not a saw. You could probably sharpen it up. It's not worth your time. This can cut small limbs down in case you need to make spears or, you know, for shelter building. So we're gonna try, and this is no edge on it. We will try and at least take a few whacks at this with this dull edge and see if in a pinch, if this was all you had, if this was all you could afford, if you could chop a little tree down. Now it is glancing off because it doesn't have an edge, but it's taking some chunks out of it. I could probably get it to work. with a nice edge. So, I mean, in the field, if you had to, or an emergency situation, you could sharpen this edge with a rock. And probably get more use out of it. Now, at this point, you're losing your efficiency. And efficiency is everything. So this is not a great chopper. But it did a little work on it. The military e-tool, which we will dig right next to this last one. As you can see, it's shorter, but it's steel. And a lot of people say these joints like to fail, but nothing failed. This is a multi-tool. This is made just for digging. This outlived that. So what we're going to do now, since it comes with a sharpened edge, we're going to finish this tree out. Oh my goodness, it chopped the tree down. Very similar to how a cold steel Spetsnaz style shovel would. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Well, I almost forgot a key point, so let's not move on yet. Now, everybody talks mess about these slip joints and it'll fail, it'll fail, it'll fail. Well, I'm sorry. I've beaten the mess out of this thing. And it's got a pickaxe angle, you know, it's got a little slash at the angle right there on that pivot that everybody thinks fails. Everybody says will fail. Yeah, I'm sure if you had this for 25, 30 years using it, it'll fail. Ooh, got some dirt. It'll fail. But one thing that you can't do with this shovel, or a cold steel Spetsnaz shovel, as seen on season 3 of Alone, which the winner used, this is a freaking pickaxe. Now, that took half as much energy. Just to go dig it in the ground. And now I got a lever. Because of the angle right there, it changes the pivot point, creates a different fulcrum, if you will, if you know anything about that, levers. Sir Isaac Newton said it best: if you give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, I could lift the world. Now we can move on.